keyboard and mouse can easily compete in the CDL, but it's just not being allowed. Alright, let's see Dashi. I mean, the tracking, guys, like, let's slow it down. Watch how much the aim assist does here. Watch this. You see that initial tracking? He is on target by simply holding the corner extremely close. This is, right now, what you see here is all aim assist. That is ridiculous, man. Obviously, a human cannot... You see how as soon as the person goes up, the rotational aim assist goes up. That is not his reaction time doing this. This is purely rotational aim assist, giving him a free kill, okay? Can a Keyboard and Mouse Pro compete with CDL Pros? Well, I'm going to give you my perspective on a professional match between Optic Texas and Toronto Ultra. I solo queued the Iridescent in Modern Warfare 3 in Season 1. On mouse and keyboard, of course. So I think it's gonna be interesting to get my perspective on the whole deal. Let's just react to the match. So guys, they're loading in. You're gonna hear all these people yap, but I am the main yapper here. I am, in fact, covering Shotzi's face cam. I'm sorry, Shotzi, but yeah. He's not gonna watch this anyways, he doesn't care. Alright, so first of all, that kill easily can do that on keyboard and mouse, guys. That's what I'm already gonna say. First kill, easy to do on keyboard and mouse. Here, easy to get that kill on keyboard and mouse. You don't need controller for that. And that as well, can do that on keyboard and mouse. That was all centering. So far, nothing has been like, oh, keyboard and mouse can't compete. No, they can. All these gunfights so far are completely fine to win on keyboard and mouse. That as well, can do that on keyboard and mouse. Still, nothing happened yet. We're like 30 seconds in. Here we might see a situation happen where controller will be better than keyboard and mouse, because it will instantly start tracking as soon as someone jumps. Let's see. Okay, no, nothing happens. That's, you can easily win that on keyboard and mouse. Easily win that on keyboard and mouse. Guys, so far, nothing is like, whoa, aim assist is crazy. Controller is just gonna dominate CDL. No, so far, again, just a normal gunfight. I can do that on keyboard and mouse. Many people can do that on keyboard and mouse. These gunfights are purely won by positioning so far. So, yeah, I'm not seeing anything crazy here. If anything, that gunfight right there, keyboard and mouse would have the advantage. The enemy wasn't really moving much, and you can control recoil super well on keyboard and mouse. So, yeah. So, let's see this. That is a flick, guys. Keyboard and mouse has the advantage with flick. So, boom, you flick up top super fast. Many players who are extremely good at that stuff. Literally nothing happened yet where I'm like, oh yeah, controller, it wins that. No, all still completely fine. Completely fine. He didn't even move his aim. Like, you know, once he started shooting. Same thing there. Just centering, being in the right position. I know, guys, this is kind of a boring video if you think about it. But I'm just being honest. So far, nothing happened yet where I'm like, no, keyboard and mouse... Okay, that's right there. Guys, we're gonna replay that. We're gonna replay that. This keyboard and mouse cannot replicate. This right here. Watch how it tracks as the guy comes around the corner. Watch this. That is rotational aim assist. We cannot replicate that. He didn't get the kill, but he certainly can get the kill there. So those kind of moments, yes. We cannot replicate that on the keys. That is instant reactivity due to rotational aim assist. Nothing too crazy happening right now. Oh, okay, guys. So besides the fact that this is Dashi shooting, so keep in mind we are watching Dashi there. Like, it's not just rotational aim assist when you watch his stuff. Ooh, you can do this on the keys, but certainly very consistent on controller. So again, we're on Dashi's POV. This guy is known as one of the best, if not the best, assault rifle user in the game on CDL, so I'm not gonna get into a whole debate about if he is the best, but he's one of the best. Let's just say that, guys, right? At least admit that. Can't be bothered with these arguments. Alright, so far we've had a couple of moments where I'm like, yeah, that is way more consistent on controller than keyboard and mouse. That right there is fine to do on keyboard and mouse, the fight against the guy laying prone. The guy laying prone probably had some crazy rotational aim assist though. So guys, I'm sorry that I'm not calling everyone's name out, but I just don't know. I don't watch CDL. Ooh, that tracking when the guy jumped up is pretty crazy. Let's rewatch that. Can we replicate this on keyboard and mouse? So let's see. Initial flick is the same on keyboard and mouse. That's fine. When you slow it down, it doesn't look as crazy, does it, guys? Is that something you notice as well? It's doable on keyboard and mouse. That is But you see, like, let's say, guys, so far, 90% of the gunfights are completely... You can totally win it on keyboard and mouse, I would say. Would you guys agree? Like, whether you play controller or keyboard and mouse is not gonna give you an advantage or not. Yeah, an advantage in a lot of situations so far. Would you guys agree or no? So far in the video. Okay, that tracking, it does look crazy. This looks crazy. So, it sticks to the enemy. You see that as soon as it jumps? This is crazy stuff. This is the crazy stuff about rotational aim assist. Obviously, a human cannot... You see how as soon as the person goes up, the rotational aim assist goes up. That is not his reaction time doing this. This is purely rotational aim assist giving him a free kill, okay? It doesn't mean that he's not moving his stick to the right. That is not what I'm saying. I'm saying that he is moving his stick to the right, but he's not moving his stick upwards. That is purely rotational aim assist. And on keyboard and mouse, you might lose this gunfight because as the person jumps... You need to react to it, but he is gonna turn around and lock onto you. That's just something you can do when you're really good on controller. I'm gonna call it locking on, okay? So, that's what where I will say this gunfight is won because he is on controller. It doesn't mean you cannot win it on keyboard and mouse, but you're way more likely to lose it on keyboard and mouse, okay? One thing I noticed, guys, in the community is that people like to say that controller takes no skill. This is just not true. Otherwise, you wouldn't have a Challenger League and a CDL League. If it was so easy to play controller, like this recoil control on controller that he's doing right here, it's not like, oh, no, I'm not aiming. He is aiming himself there. That is not that easy. So that's something I want to stop seeing people say, like that controller takes no skill. I understand it comes across that way. The way it works is that, oof, I don't know if you would hit that many bullets on keyboard and mouse with an SMG. I don't think so, personally. Controller has a skill gap. It's just that when you're on keyboard and mouse, it can appear like everyone is just an amazing shooter, which sure, they are in comparison to the good keyboard and mouse players. But you have to look at it like this. You have a league above the top keyboard and mouse players, and between those people who are above the keyboard and mouse players in terms of accuracy, all those controller players, there's even differences between those people. But to the keyboard and mouse players, they are all just insane. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me know if you agree with that. That gunfight can do it on keyboard and mouse. These aren't like crazy gunfights at the moment. All pretty normal right now. So I've seen Symphony also play against pros. He does decent, I would say. He doesn't top frag every time, but he does decent when he scrims with them, in my opinion at least. But I haven't seen all his matches. I actually only watched like one match and he did decent, so maybe he does do very bad usually. I have no idea. Maybe in the future I can be part of like those scrim matches for the fun and see how I would do. I'm confident I would do pretty good. I don't believe that I'm gonna be better than someone like Cold Havoc. There's no way. I've seen that guy shoot. But is that really because I play keyboard and mouse, guys? Or is that because Cold Havoc plays 25 hours a day? You tell me. Ooh, okay, that tracking. Okay, replay that. I mean, it just looks so stable. In slow-mo, it always looks less crazy. It's so stable. But in the end, it didn't look that crazy. Still nothing that I'm like, wow, the aim assist is carrying these guys. There's really barely anything. There's barely any moments where that happens. Okay, that one. Okay. This one, this gunfight. Watch the little tracking. There is that slight bit of tracking that is helping get the kill. I'm speaking from experience playing controller. I know how it is when you're holding like small little passages on controller. Enable the rotation aim assist by moving your left stick into a wall, for example. Bro, just hold R2 down and it's gonna track those little movements that they might do. Let's check that gunfight again. Oh, it's doable. This is nothing crazy, really. Oof. It looks clean, but my aim is clean too, so I'm not gonna be like, yeah, no, they're only winning because they're on controller. They're only getting these gunfight wins because they're on controller. I wouldn't say so. I think keyboard and mouse is hella underrated, and I think people hate too much on controller, but I think that has to do with Warzone. In Warzone, you truly see the gap between controller and keyboard and mouse. Like, so I'm giving my perspective here, guys, but what you gotta remember is that I don't play as much as these people. So if I'm already often like, yeah, I could do the same as them in this gunfight and that gunfight, then think about the fact that I'm not playing even close to as much as these guys, but I'm already like, yeah, I can compete on keyboard and mouse, I would say, in a lot of these gunfights. Like, try to imagine if I or you or some other professional Colt player that you think is way better than me or something on MNK, even though I don't believe so. Well, I know so. I know no one is that much better than me. Think about how good they or me could be if we played as much as the CDL pros. Would there really be such a big gap between aim assist and keyboard and mouse? So once again, I know Warzone is different. The longer the time to kill gets, the more you can notice the aim assist, okay? I know this. Before you guys go crazy in the comments about that. Nothing crazy about these gunfights. I am confident keyboard and mouse can compete in the CDL. That's my final answer. I think keyboard and mouse can easily compete in the CDL, but it's just not being allowed. We'll also do an S&D match though, because in S&D you can see a different type of flow, and I am confident they're gonna abuse the aim assist more. You're gonna see more crazy aim assist skills in that mode. One thing I will say about the controller, it's, man, ooh, got beamed. Just holding angles is a little bit nicer on keyboard and mouse, controller, sorry. It's really the holding angles that I love doing on controller. And I have like 10 times less playstime on controller compared to keyboard and mouse. So guys, apparently they didn't have an S&D match in that video that I was watching. So instead we're watching an S&D tourney, 25,000 S&D tourney. Let's see if I believe that keyboard and mouse can compete in a lot of these gunfights. I am pretty confident that we will not be able to compete in S&D, but we're gonna see. Like, I'm telling you, when the gameplay becomes slow, man, controller feels so good. It doesn't just feel, it is so good when the pace slows down. And think about what Warzone is. Oh, okay. I wonder if... Okay, he didn't get seen. So far, nothing crazy, obviously, but, I mean, a lot of S&D is figuring out what's going on, where everyone is, where you should push. Okay, that aim is so ridiculously sticky. Now, no one is aiming like that on keyboard and mouse, I can tell you that much. I can tell you that much. That's one you can win on keyboard and mouse, but the first kill... Oof, sticky. Alright guys, so round 2, here we go again. He's rocking the SMG. Generally, ARs are gonna be easier on keyboard and mouse, because sitting back, longer range is just more advantageous for keyboard and mouse generally, compared to rushing up close with an SMG. Because the rotational aim assist up close, you notice way more. Even though it got nerfed in this game. I know it got nerfed. Alright, let's see Dashy. I mean, the tracking, guys, like, let's slow it down. Watch how much the aim assist does here. Watch this. You see that initial tracking? He is on target by simply holding the corner extremely close. This is, right now, what you see here is all aim assist. That is ridiculous, man. That is ridiculous. I can't lie. So here we are in round 4, guys. They're not doing amazing. They're not doing bad. It's just kind of pretty even so far. Obviously, the enemy is ahead, but it's by 1 round, so I'm gonna call it pretty even at the moment. It can go any way is basically my point. So you see how right now he's moving forward while proning. That's gonna give him the rotational aim assist. As soon as someone peeks, just hold down R2. He's gonna get the kill without having to aim. Just trust me on that one. What he's doing here, like the ADS walking... Oh, he stopped doing it. But I was gonna say, ADS walking and coming forward in a specific lane, it feels super awkward to do on keyboard and mouse. Ooh! Whereas on controller, when I just walk forwards on controller and someone does randomly jump around the corner, I feel so confident in killing them, in being able to kill them on controller, man. I really do. Ooh! I mean... Yeah, I would say on keyboard and mouse you can do that. But here's the thing on keyboard and mouse, you might miss just 1 bullet. On that first kill there, maybe miss 1 bullet, but overall, I think it's doable on keyboard and mouse. You see what I mean? Like, it can go either way. So now we're 2-2 on S&D. 2-2. See what they do. He's peeking long range with an SMG, but they were double peeking, so that's not a bad idea. Oof. Draza got that kill. So I don't know who's considered the best on CDL, guys. You guys gotta let me know. Are these guys like the GOATs? Draza, I know Shotzi is considered the movement king of CDL. I know Dash is considered the, or used to. I don't know right now, but I have no idea. Dash was like the AR GOAT. And the other people, I don't really know them. Simp and... I know Draza streams. He's cool. Like, I like his streams. I don't really watch streams, but when I do, I think he streams very well. Okay, so he's just pre-firing there. Doesn't really matter what input you are on there, but at the same time, you could make the argument that the rotational aim assist makes pre-firing a lot nicer, but look right there, like rotational aim assist didn't do anything. Because generally, I will say pre-firing with aim assist is extremely overpowered. I know this from doing 1v1s back in the day in Modern Warfare 19 when I did do 1v1s. When I would play good controller players in 1v1s and obviously radar was on, they would pre-fire me before I would peek the corner because they would know I was about to peek. And the rotational aim assist would just fully track me like sliding by or jumping by. Whereas if I would try that, it wouldn't do the same thing. So that kill right there, he just got first shot. I think you might lose it on keyboard and mouse though. Let's rewatch it really quick. Let's see really quick. I think you might actually lose on the keys. You see how it just ticks after the flick? I mean, I think you're very likely to lose on keyboard and mouse, man, that gunfight. The fact that he was stuck to the edge of the enemy's, body. Oof. These gunfights can win it on the keys. But the thing is about watching controller gameplay is when I watch it, I'm often like, I think you can win this on the keys, but I don't know how much consistency the rotational aim assist is adding sometimes. So it might look simple from the POV of these controller players, like, oh yeah, I can do that on the keys. Not realizing how much the rotational aim assist is just assisting in making it look easy, the movement, right? So I'm trying to be as objective as possible, but I'm for sure gonna make some mistakes. They're 5 and 2 now, they're super far ahead. So there's no way they're losing this. The enemy's probably completely lost composure at this point. Yeah, easy kills. Oh my goodness. Oh, dude, the shots had a crazy... You see what I mean with like they lost composure, that's for sure right now. So guys, overall, my opinion, I think keyboard and mouse can compete. No joke, I think we can. If you have a guy playing 8 hours a day scrimming against the pros the way they do against each other, I think you can indeed compete on keyboard and mouse. But will they ever allow it? Probably not. Here's one issue that I'm gonna explain about keyboard and mouse players. A lot of people cannot tell what soft aimbot looks like on keyboard and mouse. I don't know how, because to me, well, to me it's obvious when someone has soft aimbot, but to other people, not as much. And that could cause issues with online tournaments allowing keyboard and mouse to be played. You would need someone very objective to properly assess if someone is using soft aimbot. Because I have seen cheaters use soft aimbot so obviously, but still are able to build an audience on YouTube because people believe that it's possible to get like this insane reactivity on keyboard and mouse to the point that you react with 0 millisecond reaction time to movements left and right. I think for 90% of people, they understand that humans have a reaction time and that you cannot react to movement that quickly. But that still leaves, for example, 10% of the whole population who's gonna believe that you can become this insane player on keyboard and mouse that has super fast reaction time. And if a moderator doesn't understand that and he's hosting a tournament with keyboard and mouse mixed with controller, then you can get these issues where you have cheaters allowed with controller players and they just ruin the whole competitive scene. Maybe I'm overthinking too much, maybe that wouldn't happen, but I do know a lot of people cannot tell soft aimbot on keyboard and mouse. So guys, let me know what you think. Do you agree that keyboard and mouse can compete if we would indeed scrim 8 hours a day against the pros just like they do against each other? I for sure think we can. Subscribe to my channel, like the video. I'm live daily on Twitch as well and YouTube. So, see you guys.